Ursa Abernathy with Exhale to Evolve, and today is a shorter, a bit more intense practice. It's focused around axial extension, so lengthening the spine. It's actually a practice from my teacher's book, Gary Kraftsow's Yoga for Wellness. And the props that I will be using today are 2 blocks and a strap or a tie. And you can certainly use books, and you don't even need to use props. It just kind of helps make our arms longer sometimes, or the floor a little bit closer to us. So if you don't have them, it's okay. But if you do, you may want to have them handy. So let's begin by standing up today. And the other thing you may want to have on hand is a blanket for sitting on later, for padding your knees, things like that. Or a pillow works just fine. So standing, nice erect posture, having our joints all stacked. Our head is over our shoulders. Our ears are aligned with our shoulders. Shoulders down and back. Shoulders over hips, hips over knees, and knees over ankles. And if you feel comfortable, you may close your eyes or just take a downward gaze. Starting to breathe in and out through the nose. And notice your breath. Is it smooth and even? Is it maybe a little more rough? And start to notice the length of your inhale and exhale. And try to even them out so your inhale and exhale are equal. And maybe even begin to extend them just a little bit. Now placing one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Breathe first into your chest, and then breathe down into the belly. Exhale, pulling the belly in, and then exhaling from the chest. So this is a kind of a default breathing mode that we use in Viniyoga, and it's called directional breathing. So it's coming in and down, and then up and out on the exhale. So again, inhaling into the chest first, and then the belly. Exhaling from the belly, and then from the chest. Inhale, chest, belly. Exhale, belly, contracting the belly, pulling navel to spine, and then exhaling from the chest to finish the exhale. Now, keeping that contraction in your belly, inhale into your chest, and then allow the belly to release. Inhale into the belly. Exhale from the belly, pulling those core muscles in, and then from the chest. One more time like that. Inhale into the chest. Release the belly. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, contracting from pubic bone up to navel, navel up to the solar plexus, and then from the chest. So keeping that breath in mind and using it throughout the practice will really support these asanas, these physical postures. We're going to start with an Ardha Uttanasana, or I'm sorry, Ardha Parsvatanasana. So it is pyramid pose. So using the blocks if you have them, and just because this can be kind of an intense pose, so the blocks will just kind of help us move into it a little more gradually. I'm going to place my left foot right between the blocks and my toes are pointing straight towards the top of my mat. My right foot is a comfortable distance back where I could easily step forward, step back. And my heels are a few inches apart, not a lot. And my right toes are pointed out to about 5 minutes after 12. If this does not feel like a comfortable posture, you can certainly spread your legs out a little bit wider to get more stability. That's your choice. So what we're going to do is I'll first demo. So we're going to inhale up, exhale, pulling in the belly, coming down to a forward bend. My hands are just resting on the blocks. They could also rest on my leg. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling back down. And then inhaling all the way up with a nice flat back, really using those muscles of the back to come up. Okay, let's start together. So let's take it in your own breath. Inhale, exhale, and now let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, pulling in the belly, forward fold down over that left knee. Inhaling, arms coming up halfway, flat back. Exhaling down. Inhaling into the chest, arms coming up, really using the back to pull yourself up. Exhaling, back to start. Inhaling up. Exhaling into that fold, bending your knee just ever so slightly. You don't want to have a lock knee. You may want to lower your blocks a little bit this time as you're getting a little more flexible. Inhale halfway up. Exhaling down. And now inhaling all the way up, really leading with your chest. Having the back do the work of pulling you up. Exhaling down, pulling in the belly. Again, you might want to lower your blocks one more time or remove them completely. However you're feeling is good in your body. Inhale halfway up, getting long through the fingers. Exhaling down. Inhaling all the way up, flat back. And exhaling, hands down. So taking a step back, close your eyes and just tune in and notice what you're feeling in your body. We've worked the left side, the left leg. Notice what's feeling different in your legs, in your back. One side might feel a little more tingly, a little more energy there. You can feel that you've done some work. Let's get our blocks back to where you'd like them to start. And this time, right foot comes forward. Left foot steps back. Again, right foot, toes are pointing straight towards the front of the mat. Left foot, toes are pointing out about 5 minutes to the hour. Let's inhale together. Let's inhale, then exhale. Inhaling, arms forward and up. Exhale, pulling in the belly, coming forward, nice, reaching long into that forward fold. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, pulling in the belly, forward fold. Again, you may want to lower your blocks a little bit more. Going deeper now. Inhale halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling all the way up, stretching forward with your arms, using those back muscles to really lift you up. Exhale, pulling in the belly, folding forward. Again, lowering the blocks if you'd like. Inhale, halfway up, arms forward. Getting long in the back, exhaling down. Inhaling up, really squeezing those shoulder blades together. Exhaling down. We are going to move now onto our hands and knees. You can set the blocks aside. So coming to a tabletop position, we're going to do in and out of a downward dog. So to set up for this position, our knees are comfortably under our hips. Maybe knees are about 6 inches apart, if that. Whatever's kind of that comfortable base for you. Our hands are out a little bit wider. If you think about our shoulders, they are wider than our hips. So our wrists are aligned under our shoulders. Our index and middle fingers are pointed kind of towards those front corners of the mat. So they're turned out just that little bit. And you can see that the creases of your elbows are pointing forward. That's the hand position that we want to do downward dog. And just make sure your hands are even. Like I just noticed one of my left hand was a little bit back from my right. And then curl your toes under. So we're ready to move up into the downward dog. So inhale, chest coming forward, squeezing shoulder blades together, arching the back. Exhale, pulling in the belly, lifting up into downward dog. And really focus on the length in the spine. Take a breath here. Allowing those knees to be bent if they need to be. And inhaling gently down. I just need to move this blanket out of the way. Again, inhale, chest coming forward, arching the back. Feeling that stretch in the chest. Exhale, pulling in the belly, lifting up to downward dog. Nice long line from your wrists all the way up to your tailbone. Knees are bent as needed. Your heels are reaching towards the floor, but it's okay if they don't touch. We more want that length in the spine. Inhaling down gently, and then coming forward with the chest, arching the back. Exhale, pulling in the belly, lifting up to down dog. Taking a breath here. Inhaling down to the knees gently. Bringing our chest forward, arching the back, lifting the head. Being careful with our neck. We don't want to strain the neck, but just a gentle stretch through the throat. Exhale, pulling in the belly, pushing up into down dog. Taking a breath. Inhaling down. Exhaling into down dog. Nice long spine. Reach your sit bones up toward the ceiling. And one more, just like this. Up into down dog. Breathe. Inhaling back down to hands and knees. And next we're going to lay on our belly for a locust pose. And we're going to begin by looking to the left. So placing our right cheek down on the mat. Our hands are kind of like right under our shoulders. Our elbows are up off the floor, pointed back. And find your left foot. So as we're going to inhale, we're going to lift our head and chest and lift our left leg all at the same time. So inhale and exhale in place. Inhale into the chest, traction back with the hands. Begin to lift the head and turning the head, looking to the center as you raise up the left leg. Exhaling, slowly lowering the leg and the head, looking to the right. So now your left cheek is laying on the floor. Inhaling up, tractioning back through the hands, turning your gaze to the front as your right leg lifts, feeling that work in the back. Exhaling down, looking left, lowering that right leg. We're 2 more rounds like this. Inhaling up, tractioning back through the hands, lifting the left leg, looking forward. Exhaling down, left cheek coming to the mat. Inhaling up, right leg comes up, looking forward. This pose is very good for strengthening the back. We're also getting some neck and shoulder stretching in by rotating the head. Inhaling up, left leg coming up. There's really no weight in your hands. They're just kind of pulling back, helping pull up your chest. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. We are going to transition now to our backs, and we're going to be using the tie. So you can grab that if you have one. If not, that's okay. And we're going to do a hand to big toe pose. So lying on your back, knees coming into your chest. If you have a strap, go ahead and sort of find the middle of it-ish. It doesn't have to be super exact. And put it over your feet. I have like a 10-foot strap, so it's pretty long. So my knees are bent in toward my chest. My strap is kind of at the balls of my feet, and I'm holding on with my arms straight. So what we're going to do is let's inhale and exhale in place. On the next inhale, raise the legs up straight. Exhale, bending the knees, coming back to the start position. Inhaling up, straightening the legs, really feeling that stretch through the back of the legs. This is where our strap is lengthening our arms basically. Instead of having to reach our big toe, we can use the strap. Exhaling back to start. And we'll do like 4 more like this. Inhaling up, straightening the legs. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling, pulling in the belly as you're exhaling. One more time. Inhaling, remember, inhale into the chest, keeping that lower belly firm. And then inhaling into the low belly, allowing it to relax. Contracting belly from pubic bone all the way up to the solar plexus. And then exhaling from the chest. Okay, you can release the belt now. Bring your feet down to the ground. And we're going to move into a twisting position here on our back, and we'll be using the strap. So keeping that handy, bring your arms out wide, but not like to 90 degrees, but down a little bit so you have a little more room for your neck to move. We're going to turn our head from side to side. Our left leg is going to be on the floor straight, and our right leg is going to have a bent knee. Foot is off the floor, so that right knee is coming up toward our chest. Let's inhale in place. Exhale, pulling in the belly as you bring that right knee over to the left and look over your right shoulder. So feeling that twist, that stretch in the spine. Inhaling back to start. Exhale, pulling in the belly, twisting to the left as you look to the right. Remember, keeping your belly firm. Inhale into your chest as you start to come back to neutral. And then when you're about halfway, allow your lower belly to relax and breathe into your low belly as well. And this really protects the spine on this pose. Exhale into the twist, as does having that firm core as you're doing the exhale and the twist. Inhale into the chest, keeping that lower belly firm, bringing that right leg back to the start. Now we're going to grab our strap. Again, about halfway. It doesn't matter too much. We're not going to use the full length of it. I'm going to hold the strap. It's around the ball of my right foot. I'm going to hold the strap with my left hand, kind of close to my foot-ish, wherever's comfortable. My right arm, is out. We're going to do that same movement, but in the twist, we're going to stay in the twist, and then we're going to extend the leg and bend the knee. So I'm just cheating myself a little bit more over so I have a little more room when I twist towards that wall. So inhale in place. Exhale, pulling in the belly, twisting that knee, right knee to the left, looking over your right arm. Now on the inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, bend the knee. You may find your leg is pulling you over a little bit and pulling up your shoulder. That's actually okay if it allows you to go deeper into the twist. Inhale, straightening the leg. Exhale, bending the knee. Inhale, straightening the leg. Exhale, bending the knee. One more time. Inhale, straightening the leg. This time we're going to stay here, breathe. Holding that leg extended out. My elbow is propped on the floor, just kind of holding the weight. On your next exhale, bend the knee. Holding in the belly. Inhale, coming back to the start, inhaling into the chest. And then releasing the belly, inhaling into the belly. Let's just lay flat for a moment. Notice what you feel in your body. We've worked one side. You may feel a little more energy in that right hip, in that right thigh, and the right side of your back. We're really stretching there. That may feel a little more alive, and the left side is like, oh, there's not much feeling there yet. more blood flow coming into that area. All right, switching to doing the other side. So this time I have to look and see where I ended up on my mat. We will keep our right leg straight, the left knee is bent, the foot is up off the floor, our knee is up toward our chest. We're not going to use the strap to start. Arms out wide. And again, a little bit less than 90 degrees just to protect the shoulders. Let's inhale. Exhale, pulling in the belly and twisting that left knee over to the right as you're looking over the left shoulder. So gaze is going one way, knee is going the other. Inhaling back to start. Again, exhale, pulling in the belly, twisting that left knee to the right as you look over the left shoulder. Inhaling back to start, inhaling into the chest, keeping that belly firm. And then about halfway, breathe into the belly, allow it to relax. 2 more times like this. Exhale, twist. You may need to drop your arm a little bit to allow your head to turn more. That's okay. One more time like this. Exhale, twisting. Inhaling back to start. Now again, getting your strap around your left foot this time. Kind of at the ball of your foot, you will hold this strap with your left hand. I have my arm on the outside of my knee. Right arm is extended out. Left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Inhale. Exhale, pulling in the belly, twisting that. Actually, I'm sorry. The right hand needs to be holding the strap. I got confused. Exhaling, looking over the left shoulder as you bring that left leg across towards the right. And now inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee. And now my top of my right arm, my right upper arm is on the floor. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Really feeling that stretch in the glutes. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. We're going to stay here for about 4 breaths. On your next exhale, bend that left knee. And on your inhale, coming back to the start. So rolling back onto your back, releasing the strap. And just tune in. I have my knees up, my feet on the floor. Notice what you feel now in your body. Hopefully you're feeling a little more balanced between your left side and right side. Just notice that energy flowing in your low back, your hips, even in your thighs. We are going to come up to a seated position. And I'm going to face the camera simply so you can see a little bit better. I'm also going to sit on my blanket. And my left leg will be extended out straight. My right knee is bent. My right foot is to my left inner thigh. And we're going to do a Janu Shirsasana, so a seated forward fold here, one-legged forward fold. And then we're going to do some different stays and things like that. So let's inhale together in place, bringing arms forward and up. Exhale, pulling in the belly, bringing the chest forward, allowing that knee to bend, reaching for your foot, your calf, bending the knee as needed to get your chest towards your thigh. Inhaling up, stretching forward with your hands, really using your back to lift yourself up. Exhaling down, pulling in the belly back into that stretch. Again, knee bending just as much as needed to really feel that more of a stretch in your low back. Inhaling up, squeezing shoulder blades together, coming up using those back muscles. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down, and then we're going to stay here. Actually, one more time. In and up, and then we'll stay. Inhaling up. And this time, we're going to come down and just kind of nice, straight, long back. Kind of see where your hands want to land. Mine are landing on my ankle, my lower calf. They could be on your foot. What you're looking for is where can you have a really nice long spine, a long neck. You may even want to use your strap to put around your foot and hold yourself up wherever, wherever you're looking for that maximum length from your top of your head down to your tailbone. Actually, that feels really good with the strap. I'm going to stay there. And as we breathe, let's say your breath is like a 4-count breath. So breathing in for 4. Suspend the breath for 1. Exhale for 4, allowing yourself to relax just a little bit more. Suspend for 2, I'm sorry. Inhale 4, getting nice and long in the spine. Retain the breath for a count of 2. Then exhale for 4, allowing yourself to sink just a little bit further down. These are micro movements. Suspend for 2. Inhale for 4, lengthening in the spine. Retain the breath for 2. Exhale 4. Suspend for 2. Inhale for 4. Retain for 2. Exhale for 4. Suspend for 2. On your next inhale, extend further down into that full forward fold, folding over your leg, allowing your knee to bend as needed, getting your chest towards your thighs. You're really getting a nice stretch in that low back, particularly on the right side. Breathing here in and out of your nose. Every inhale, extending your spine. Again, these are little micro movements. Exhaling, relaxing more into the pose. Inhale, extending spine. Exhale, relaxing down into the pose. Inhaling, arms forward and up. Arms down. Nice, deep, deep stretch on that left side. And now let's switch to the right. So extending the right leg out. Left foot is coming to the right inner thigh. Inhaling, arms forward and up. Exhale, folding forward, pulling in the belly, bending knee as needed to get your chest towards your thigh or onto your thigh perhaps. Inhaling up, squeezing those shoulder blades together, working in the back to pull yourself up. Exhale, forward. Inhaling up. Remember to keep some length in your neck, keeping your shoulders down. Exhaling forward. Inhaling up. You may notice that this side is different from the first side, which is normal. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. And this time we're going to come down and stay. So again, we're going to keep that nice long spine. Just see where our hands can rest, or again, using the strap. This is about maximum verticality in the spine. And then we're going to do that breathing. So perhaps it's an inhale of 4. Retain the breath for 2. Exhale for 4. Suspend the breath for 2. Inhale for 4. Really lengthening that spine. Retain the breath for 2. Exhale. Coming down just a tiny bit, like half a centimeter. Suspend for 2. Inhale for 4. Retain for 2. Exhale 4. Suspend for 2. One more round. Inhale 4. Retain for 2. Exhale for 4. Suspend for 2. Inhale, lengthening the spine. On your exhale, bend forward all the way. Chest comes towards the knee. Chest to your thigh. Breathing here. Every inhale, extending the spine. Every exhale, relaxing a little deeper into the pose. Last exhale. On your next inhale, arms coming out long. Squeezing shoulder blades together as you rise up, using your back muscles, and exhaling down. Going to come to a Baddha Konasana, or cobbler's pose. You may want to be, again, sitting on your blanket. We're really stretching the inner thighs and groin here, balancing the hips after those asymmetrical poses. The soles of my feet are together. My hands are kind of pulling my toes in, thighs out wide. And this is a more static pose. So as you inhale, simply extending the spine, neck long, shoulders down. Exhale, pulling up from the perineal floor, pulling the belly firmly in. Inhale, remember that directional breathing, chest then belly. Extending the spine long. Exhale, contracting all the way from the perineum, all the way up to the sternum, progressively. Inhaling, sitting up nice and tall. Exhaling, squeezing up from the perineum all the way up to the solar plexus. And you can kind of also just be stretching pulling your legs more apart. You can also have your feet further out if they need to be tucked further in. Nice long spine, head is coming away as the knees are pressing down towards the floor. Exhale, squeezing from perineum up. One more breath like this. And let's come down to our back into Divipada Pitam, or bridge pose. Lying on our back, knees are bent, heels toward the sit bones. We're going to inhale, pressing our feet down into the floor as we lift our arms up and overhead, hips coming up off the mat. Exhaling slowly down, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Notice the back bend quality after all that forward bending we've been doing. Inhaling up, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Arms coming up over the head. Nice big stretch in the front of the body, the front of your thighs, the front of your belly, in the back of your neck even. Keeping your knees close together. They have a tendency to want to spread apart. Exhaling down. One vertebrae at a time. Moving the arms a little faster than the spine because they have further to travel. Let's do two more like this. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down. One more time, inhaling up. Keeping those knees close together. So engaging those inner thighs. And exhaling back down. Now getting comfortable on your mat for Shavasana. Legs spread apart, allowing your feet to drop open. Arms out a little way from your body, very comfortable. Palms traditionally face up for Shavasana. Closing your eyes. Of course, putting on a blanket if you need to, or finding comfort in your body. If that for you is having one knee bent, go ahead and do that, whatever feels good for you. And just settling in, letting go. Allowing the floor to hold you. Tuning into the palms of your hands. See if you notice kind of a vibratory quality coming off the palms of your hands. bring your attention to the soles of your feet. See if you feel that same type of vibratory quality. You may or you may not. It develops with awareness. And then noticing your whole body. Sensing a few inches off your skin, notice if you feel that same type of vibratory quality, and just rest there. You are welcome to stay here as long as you wish. When you're ready, simply roll to your right side if that's comfortable for you. Stay here for a few breaths. And when you're ready, pushing up to a seated position, keeping your eyes closed if you'd like. Thank yourself for practicing today.